Hi everyone, this is R. Vahita, Assistant Professor of CSE Department from Rohini College of Engineering and Technology. I am here to explain a few concepts of the subject CS 8601 Mobile Computing. We are dealing with Unit 4, that is Mobile Transport and Application Layer. The topic discussed is Wireless Telephony Application, that is shortly called as WTA. The objective of learning this topic is to know few concepts about the wireless telephony application. So, this WTA is a collection of telephony specific extensions for call and feature control mechanisms, merging data networks and voice networks. So, this is purely based for the telephone calls and as well as that is merging the data networks and the voice networks. So, it is an extension of basic the wireless application environment application model. Okay, that is features. Let us see about the features. The content push, a WTA origin server can push the content to a client. So, a push can take place without the prior client request. The content can enable the client to handle new network events. Considering the access to telephony function, the wireless telephony application interface, that is WTAI, provides many functions to handle these telephony events such as call accept, call setup, change of phone book entries, etc. Considering the repository for event handlers, the repository represents a constant storage on the client for the content required to offer the WTA services. The content are either channels or resources. Examples for resources: the WML decks, WML script objects or WBMP pictures. A channel comprises the references to resources and it is associated with the lifetime. Within this lifetime, it is guaranteed that all resources the channel points to are locally available in the repository. The motivation behind the repository is the necessity to react very quickly for time critical events. Considering the security model, mandatory for the WTA is a security model. The WTA allows the client to only connect to the trustworthy gateways and check if the servers providing content are authorized to send this content to the client. So, let us see the diagram which shows the WTA server, mobile network, the web gateways which has the encoders and decoders. The WTA server here has the WML scripts, WTA and the WML servers, WML decks, WTA services, and the client or the user agents which has the repository and device specific functions. Considering the client is connected via a mobile network with the WTA server, other telephone network and a web gateway. A WML user agent running on the client may have the voice and data connections over the network. The firewall is useful to connect the third party origin servers outside the trusted domain. WTA server, the one difference between the WTA servers and the other servers besides is the security is tighter control of the quality of service. The other servers, these are the other origin servers that can be connected via the web gateway. The other servers located in the internet may not be able to give a good quality of service guarantees as the network operator. So, the network operators knows the latency, reliability and capacity of its mobile network and can have more control over the behavior of the services. The WTA user agent, it has a very rigid and real-time context management for browsing the web compared to the standard WML user agent. The interaction between a WTA client, a WTA gateway and a WTA server, the mobile network and a voice box server. So, WTA server to generate a new content for pushing to the client. The server sends a push message containing a single URL to the client. So, this translates the gateway that translates the push URL into the service indication and codes it into a more compact binary format. The WTA user agent then indicates that the new messages are stored. If the user wants to listen to the stored messages, then they can request a list of messages. This is done with the help of a URL. A wireless session protocol gets the request of the content the URL points to. The gateway then translates this WSP into an HTTP GET, and the server responds with the prepared list of callers. After displaying the content, the user can select a voice powered by the TSS message from the list. So, each voice message in this example has been associated with the URL, which can request a certain WML card from the server. So, the purpose of this card is to prepare the client for the incoming call. As soon as the client receives a card, it waits for the incoming call. The call is then automatically accepted. So, the WTA server also signals the voice box system to set up a voice connection to play the selected voice message. Setting up all these call and accepting the call is shown using the dash line, as these are the standard interactions from the mobile phone network which are not controlled by the web. Now, let us see about the wireless markup language WML. It is based on the standard HTML and on HDML. This is specified as the XML document type, and the constraints of the wireless handheld devices when designing the WML are: the wireless link will always have a very limited capacity compared to a wired network or wired link. So, current handheld devices have small displays, limited user input facilities, limited memory, low performance computational resources. This WML follows a deck and a chord metaphor. A WML document is made up of multiple cards, and these cards can be grouped together into a deck. A WML deck is similar to that of the HTML page. The user can navigate with the WML browser through a series of WML cards and can review the contents and enter the requested data and make choices, etc. This browser fetches the decks as required from the origin server. So, this is the diagram which shows deck. Okay. So, accumulated cards, we call it as deck. So, now let us see about WML script. It provides a general scripting capability in the web architecture. So, it offers several capabilities which are not supported by the WML. So, first capability is validity check of the user input, and next one is access to device facilities, local user interaction, and extensions to the device software. So, the validity check of the user input: before the user input is sent to the server, the WML script can check the validity and save the bandwidth and latency in case of an error. Otherwise, the server has to perform all the checks. Access to device facilities: the WML scripts offers the functions to access the hardware components and the software functions of the device. So, the local user interaction: WML script can directly and locally interact with the user and shows the message or prompt for the input. So, the extensions to the device software: with the help of the WML script, a device can be configured and a new functionality can be added even after deployment. So, these are the questions which can be asked related to this topic. Thank you.